Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. So I have finally decided to make a video on the heroes of Stalingrad. I'm gonna play the scenario, so it's gonna be a playthrough. It's not any scenario, this is the factory scenario. So I think it's gonna be more interesting than the scenarios that become in the campaign book. Or at least the first ones, because this is the Kickstarter only scenario. So the scenario is quite big one. So there are 3 phases or 3 rounds, and every round you have around 200 to 400 points in troops. So at the beginning you have to prepare 400 points of troops, and this might look big, but there are only 2 tiles of these big ones, so showing the factory. In the round 2 and 3 the map expands like both sides, so it will add 2 more of these tiles here, another 2 more here, plus a road and some houses, and it becomes quite big. But I'm not gonna play the whole scenario because it will be just too long, the video. So I'm just gonna play the first round. Also, I'm making this video, if you're not familiar with the system, I'm gonna go through everything, something like I did for the Heroes of Normandy a couple of years ago. So yeah, and I'm not gonna play with the 400 points at the very beginning because it will be just too long, the video. So I have prepared a couple of fighting groups which were involved in the battle at the factory. So it's gonna be the 24th Panzer Division for the Germans, with some add-ons that I will explain a little bit later. And for the Russians, this is gonna be the Stalingrad Academy of Street Fighting. Okay, so how do you start one of those scenarios? So first they tell you, if they don't tell you the troops that are going to be involved, and then you have to figure out yourself. So you just choose one of those, right? In this case I chose this one, but you could have chosen any other. At the bottom it comes the costing points, and then you see that it comes with this sockets here that you can fill. This is explained in 1,000 videos, but I will explain a little again. So you can choose a reinforcement tile to put here if one of those 2 sides matches this other color. That if I pull out this thing, this is just to cover this hole. See, this side has the same colors as this one, so that means that I can put this type of troop here as a reinforcement. And this is just to make sense of the troops that this division will carry with them, or will be considered as be able to have as an attachment. So that costs 65 points. Then I have a couple more things. Those are features, not troops. So they have the Overwatch ability. Basically it's like in Warhammer 40k, that if something moves you can shoot when the other player is moving. And then this is Urban Fighters. So Urban Fighters is 30 points, but it allows troops to enter through windows, not just through doors or openings. In this, I haven't found the explanation in the rulebook. It is not in the rulebook, to be honest. It should be. Then what else? Then of course I want in this scenario the specific, well, for the, it's not this scenario, but it's the enemy of the gates, the sniper duel. So I have Major Koning here, and then I have Vasily Zaisev in the for the Russians. I haven't put anything here, so I could have put more, but then that costs more points, and I wanted to limit a little bit the abilities of the troops. So for the Russians, I have, oh well, I'm gonna explain something else. So this group is a flamer group that comes with a transport, is the KFC 231, flamer group, and a recon. So I have here all the troops. So this is the flamer group, the recon, and then is the KFC 231 here, ready to be deployed. Then for the Russians, so I have the group, and I haven't explained, but for 85 points you just get these tiles. For 65 I got an assault group, which is made of 2 assault teams and machine gun, some grenades, and they are also urban fighters, and Vasily Zaisev with his sniper skills. That costs 35 points, which is quite a lot for a unit, better be good. So more things. You see those red boxes here? So this means that if 2 of the units that make this assault group die, then you flip it, and then basically you're giving 6 points to the enemy team. Same happened with this one. If 3 units die of this group, then you flip it, and well, a certain amount of points are given to the player. And with Vasily, the same. If he dies, you flip it, and you give 3 points to the player. This scenario, German troops are gonna enter from this side, and the Russians are gonna enter from this side. As you can see, there are 3 objectives inside the factory, and it looks a little bit easier for the Germans to get to those objectives because there are 1, 2, 3. So the Russians is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Then this is balanced in the second and the third round because the Germans get a street here, a road basically, and then 2 tiles, so they are farther away from the factory than where the Russians come. In this scenario, every army gets to draw 4 cards. So I draw them here. I have down stop, courage, burst into action, and speed setup. They do different things. So speed setup, what it allows you is to flip 1 unit to its ready side. So this is for machine guns. If you want to make this, where is the machine gun? Here. This machine gun like ready, you have to flip it, and then you can use all these other abilities. Basically the guys are set up and ready to go. This one, you can still use it. So the fighting skills here are the same in this stance or in this one, but it gains a couple more abilities. The unit has suppressive fire, and this is to spread fire, so you can shoot 2 different units. But his movement gets reduced to 1. Okay. Good. What do we have? Burst into action. The unit gains move and fire, because if you move you cannot fire, or if you fire you cannot move. Courage removes a suppressed marker from the unit, and don't stop. This is for vehicles, so for the Russians it's not useful. But if this not use, if you don't use this, you can use this, which adds +1 to your die roll when you shoot. at something. And the Germans have something similar, but actually, yeah, no. And the speed setup, it adds 1 to your close combat skills. Good. So this is gonna be 6 turns. Initiative has been determined randomly. It has been the Germans are gonna have the initiative. Orders. The Russians have 2 orders plus 1 bluff order token, and that's determined by this. So they have the leader comes with 1 order, and then if you fill this gap, then you get 1 order, and that's what I have done. So that's why I have 2, and the bluff token is always there. And the Germans, since the German leader is super good, has 2 orders himself, and then as I have filled this gap, then I have 1 order additional. So Germans have. Okay, so after this few moments, and basically from the previous recording to this one, a day has passed, so I don't know where was I. Doesn't really matter. I think there were the objectives, or I don't know. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is to start playing, and you are gonna see how everything is played, and that's it. So turn 1, German troops start playing because they have the initiative. Okay, so I have 3 order tokens, so I need to assign those tokens to the troops available. Those are the troops available, right? So what I'm gonna do, so this is absolutely done in secret, so I might take, or I could take the bluff token, put it on my leader. Maybe the enemy player will think that that's gonna be moved, but not really. So I'm gonna move first this one, then I'll take third one. I'm gonna move the flamethrower, and then a second one is gonna be one of those. What am I assigning this to? Vasily? Oh no, not Vasily, Konig. Konig, not yet. Maybe yes, to Konig. And then I'll explain how the sniper works. So the rules of snipers are not ready yet, but I have posted a question on the forum, and Nice from David Big Games have replied, so I'm gonna be able to tell you how the sniper works with those decoy tokens. So now the Russian player will do the same. Has 3 tokens. So bluff token is gonna go to Vasily. Well, no, I actually want Vasily on the board. Bluff token is gonna be the leader. Then I want my first order. I'm gonna move those machine guns, and second order is gonna be Vasily. No, actually I'm gonna move this and there. Good. So that's what both players see at the beginning of turn 1. So now German player is gonna play first, so it chooses the first token, which was first is the bluff. No, exactly. No, it's not the bluff. Okay, so first token, so I play this first. So what I'm gonna do is to move this transport. Does this have capacity? No. It's gonna enter the board like this. Nothing else. And I'm gonna leave the token face up, so everybody knows that this has been activated. Now is the Russian player, So Russian player, first token is this one. So these troops have movement 3, so they can do 1, 2, and 3. First units inside the factory. Good. Well, I will put it this way, so everyone is activated. Second order, I think there were those people. No, second order was conning. Okay, so how the sniper works. So you can see all those decoy tokens have the sniper icon. So that means that I have activated conning, and I'm gonna activate all those tokens. If they have the infiltration ability, so if there is a direct line of sight to one of those tokens, I will flip them over, and then the other player will know if it was a decoy or if it was conning. So they have 3 movement points, so I'll say 1. Oh, they can enter here. 1, 2. They don't have the vision is concealed or obstructed by this, so they don't have clear line of sight. So I can do 1, 2, 1, 2, maybe here. This decoy is gonna be 1, 2, 3. There. This one is gonna do 1, 2, 3. No direct line of sight, so nobody knows. 1, 2, 3, and here enters as well from here. 1, 2, 3. So see, that's how a sniper works. So the other player don't really know where the real sniper is. That creates fear. So I think it's a very well way of doing this. Second order was the machine gun. Machine gun has 3. So they're gonna enter from here. 1, 2. Oh, these guys couldn't go there. They have to go there. That was the third movement, because the arrows don't allow this lateral movement. Not very good. Which means that when this guy has entered from here, no, they couldn't see him clearly. I'm gonna try to spot him. So from here I'm going to 1, 2, 3, and as a part of the movement they can deploy. So now they can do a lot more things. Good. Third order is this flamethrower. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, so they're gonna just enter here. 1, 2. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're gonna do 1, 2, 3. These guys, they have line of sight, I think. Yes, another one. So they will just enter there. I don't want to lose my flamethrower so quickly. Good, so now there are no more other tokens. Both players reveal what were their bluff tokens. Actually, look at this. I'm gonna play. Before doing this, you'll see how the cards work as well. Okay, so I'm gonna play this card while moving the flamethrower. Let's say that I go back in time, I'm still moving the flamethrower. I'm gonna play this, burst into action. It says, play before activating one of your units. During this activation, your unit gains the fire on the move special ability. Ignore the combat value penalty if your unit has already fire on the move. Good, so I'm gonna play this card. And then this means that these guys can do 1, 2, 3 and fire the flamethrower. Yeah. This is pretty bad. Okay, so flamethrower has +5 against infantry, +2 against light vehicles, and +0 against heavy vehicles. If you do a move and fire, you have a -1 to shoot this thing, and it also gives you a suppressed marker after shooting. So it's not that easy to handle. Okay, so as I play the burst into action, so they can move and shoot, and also it says that it removes or ignores any penalty by doing the move and shoot. So +5. How does it work? A second. Okay, so I'm gonna roll one die only. It was a 3 +5, 8. The defense of these guys is 4, as they are inside the factory. You have a +3 inside, so 4, 5, 6, 7, less than 8. They're fried. So they take a hit. And as they have taken a hit, they are suppressed. And these guys also are suppressed because of fire in the flamethrower. See? Fantastic, right? What I could do, if I would like to, is to play this courage card, and this will remove the suppress marker from the unit. So that's fine. Now, yes, we reveal the tokens that are like bluff tokens, nothing else. And now, all the units that haven't moved or been activated, more than haven't moved, all the units that haven't been activated can move now. So, this guy hasn't been activated, they can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There. The leader, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want it inside the fabric or the factory. Well, actually, it's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 here, hidden, and everyone is going 1, 2, 3. Those troops are concealed. They can enter conceal, or they can conceal at the end of the movement. There is no direct line of sight, so nobody can spot them. Those are also assault groups, so they're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nobody knows they are there, and they are already controlling an objective. This, they're going to do 1, 2, 3 and 4, controlling another objective and other Russians. So all the Vasily tokens are gonna be, well, not the Vasily tokens yet, so 1, 2, they cannot enter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and get ready to shoot. And now I will explain a couple of things. 1, 2, the leader is going to enter from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it could be just 2 enter from here, doesn't matter. Now these tokens, 1, 2, 3. Two here, 3 here, 2 here, and 3 here. Now, let's see. So those troops, they have direct line of sight to each other, so they'll flip. Oops. So in the German side, it was a decoy, but they have been able to find Vasily, which was here. So now all the other decoys disappear. Now Vasily has been discovered, so he knows. Oh no, actually, yeah, it wouldn't be stupid. Good. So, when I move this decoy, let's say that I enter from here, 1, so I had clear line of sight, I was doing 1, 2, 3, I have direct line of sight to this decoy, see, this is the other major conic, so all the other decoys disappear. Of course this played properly wouldn't have happened, but just so you know. Now, this unit, see, it doesn't have direct line of sight to this unit, but it's 3 squares or closer than 3 squares away of it, so it can see it. So actually it knows what is this. And the same to this one. Right, so nobody's hidden anymore. All the tokens go back to the corresponding armies. Suppressed markers disappear at the end of the round, and a new round starts.